welcome to the season finale of the Antisocial Socialite. I have the birthday girl Hayden with me.
Hi.
Hi YouTube land, and we also have a star-studded event today. We do have some of the members of the Kardashian family with us. Can you say hi to Chloe? Can you say hi to Chris? And can you say hi to Courtney? Hi. Bye guys. Okay, so we have lots to talk about. Oh, Hayden didn't want me to do that. We have so much to talk about today, and this episode is actually dedicated to Miss Hayden herself, the birthday girl. So, what is your wish that you want for your 11th birthday?
To have a new phone.
To have a new phone. So hopefully her birthday wish will come true, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is first, I'm gonna do a little quiz with Hayden, and I need to see how many questions I can answer about her correctly and how many questions she can answer about me correctly. So do you want to start first? Okay, I will hold this.
So, my first one is, what are my 3 favorite colors?
Your 3 favorite colors, I would say definitely blue, black, and I don't know why, but I think you like red a lot lately.
Red.
All right, excellent. Okay.
What is my favorite animal?
Your favorite animal is a dog.
It's a horse.
Oh, I knew that.
How many animals have I had?
Oh, well, she's only had dogs, but I would say 4.
I've had 4, but I've had 2 dogs, Rocky and Toby.
Okay.
No, 2 dogs. No, I've had 5 animals.
Oh my goodness, okay.
So I've had Toby, Rocky, Kate. I've had Rex, my fish,
I forgot about
and
Rex.
James Bond, the cat.
James Bond the cat. I forgot about Rex and James Bond. Okay.
Okay, how many states have I been to?
Oh, you have been to, well, Massachusetts, obviously, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, New York, Tennessee, Florida. I don't know if you've been anywhere else.
I think that's
So I'm going to say 6.
I think that is
All right, so I think I know her pretty well. Are you ready to answer some of my questions? All right, and I'm going to give you the hat. All right, are you ready? How many times have I been to Disney World? 1.
2?
No. 3. 3 times to Disney World in Florida. Okay. Who is my favorite singer? That's right, Lady Gaga. I am a little monster, and so are you, right? Put your paw up. What was the name of the street that I grew up on? Well, which is the one that I lived on the longest? Like when Daddy was born. Who's also recording. Hi, Daddy. Elmcroft, that's right. And last but not least, who is my favorite person in the whole wide world? Me. That's right. So you did really well. Thank you. And we have a hat today. And first of all, it's a special hat because Hayden and Kobe Bryant share the same birthday. So we have a Lakers hat, courtesy of Jordan, my brother who's recording. So hello again, Jordan. But I wanted to thank you guys. This is the season finale. We are 15 episodes in. And I do want to thank you guys for participating and watching and supporting everything that I've been doing. I will say I did an Instagram poll last week, and I asked you guys if you had a chance to watch the Antisocial Socialite yet. And the names in the hat are the people that actually had responded yes. So I figured Hayden is going to help me pick a name out of the hat right now, and what we're going to do is have a special prize. So if you'd be so kind, if you want to pick the name out of the hat. Do you want me to hold the hat while you open it up? Okay. Judy, just Juju. So Juju, thank you so much for loving and supporting the Antisocial Socialite. Just let me know what your Venmo or Cash App name is because you're getting $25. So thank you so much. Hayden, before I get into my interview with Robbie Rockington, should we hit everybody with a commercial break?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna hit you guys quickly with a commercial break, and then we're gonna dive into clips of my interview with Robbie Rockington. He's actually a New York-based singer/rapper, and he has tons of new projects coming out that you guys need to know about. So what do we say to everybody in YouTube land?
Bye.
Bye guys, we'll see you after the interview.
Robbie Rockington. You can call me Robbie, obviously. I am from New Jersey. Right now I'm in the Bronx, so I moved to the city. I'm here just, getting my life, child, getting in love and working on my 9 to 5, my professional career, and obviously working on my music. Um, I've been doing music for years. I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper, so pretty much do it all. Getting into production and things like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm sure we'll get into some more, but just around the way, boy.
I love it. And what are you sipping on tonight? That looks rather refreshing.
We're gonna call it a rocktail. A Robbie.
Oh, a rocktail. I like that. I love that.
All the rocks that melted, honey. But yes, it's a rum and I got a cute little juice in there.
I love that. No, it's super hot out, so it's nice and refreshing to just sit back and chill and hang out and drink that rocktail.
Yeah.
I love it. Talk about some of the new projects or new songs that you have that you've currently been working on.
Yes. So I do have a bunch of material and content on all streaming platforms. Just search Robbie Rockington. My most recent releases, the beginning, well, actually not the beginning. It was supposed to be the beginning of the year, but maybe like April or March. I don't even know what I released it at this point. I released 2 singles, like an A-side, B-side, called 2020. That's the one record. And then another record called Rooftop Flows. Where just, I've been working on my album Real One, which will be out very, very soon. We're literally tying up the single and things like that right now. So that'll, I haven't really been active on social media because I've been kind of, working on things behind the scenes, but those are coming. But prior to releasing the project, I wanted to give people, because a lot of the songs are like, it's been a 3-year process. So a lot of the songs are, from the last 3 years. So I just had a bunch of new stuff tucked in the vault, and I wanted to release that this year. So you have 2020 and Rooftop Flows, Polar Opposite Records. So those are out there, but my album Real One is coming. It's literally been like a roller coaster, a 3-year roller coaster, and we're literally like coming into the close. So it's gonna be exciting.
Now, would you say from the 3 years that you started recording these songs up until now, like, has your sound evolved? I mean, because obviously, like, lyrics are going to get better, beats are going to get better. You know what you're doing more in the industry now, but, like, would you say that you have a specific sound? Are you kind of, more the R&B one time, and then you're a rap another? Like, how would you kind of define your sound?
So I would, I'll start that off by saying.
I know, I just asked you like 7 questions in one.
No, it's fine. I'm just like, how do I want to tackle this? I love this question. As I make a refill.
Yes, absolutely. And like bottomless refills or whatever it is, wherever you go.
Yes, honey. But no, so my sound is definitely very well versed. For me, I would always tell people I'm a songwriter first. So when I say that, I basically say you can throw any track at me, any beat at me, and as long as I, feel it and I gravitate toward it, to be honest with you, I haven't physically written lyrics down in a long time. If I do, I type it in my phone, but I like to literally put a beat on and just like let it flow, and like I'll keep restarting it and going over, and eventually I'll remember it. And then once I start finalizing or get in the studio, I'll write it down for, obvious reasons. But my sound definitely can be very well versed. Like I said, I rap and sing, so I kind of bridge the gap between, hip hop and R&B. I try to pretty much develop a sound that a lot of artists are actually doing now. Those are the Bronx, honey.
I'm like, that's motorcycle gang.
Everything else, so just don't mind it, child.
Don't even worry. I'm like, it's totally fine. No worries at all. I'm like,
yeah. So like, I like to tell people like I like to be that artist that you don't need a feature. So like, I can literally rap my verses, sing my own choruses, and literally just do my own thing and have my own sound. So that's the first part. The second part of the question, I definitely do feel that my sound has grown tremendously from the beginning of the project till now. Hence why it's been kind of like a stop and go thing, because I would not just new beats or new lyrics, sorry, but new experiences as well kind of came along the way. And I would stumble across beats, or people would send me beats, and literally now the project has went from one vibe to a whole different vibe. So I would say my sound has grown, just me as a producer, and my my track selection has grown. My ear for the right beats and me arranging everything has grown. I would hope in 3 years there's growth. The only thing is just, it's going to be amazing people seeing it and just seeing it from the final stage. Like I'm gonna release some behind the scenes where people will see the process, and then people will hear through the songs and some unreleased things that I'm gonna release. They'll hear the growth, but the project literally from the last 3 years came together as a cohesive vibe. Like it's just like a body of work. I take you from high energy to some moody stuff, to some real rap, to fun stuff. Like I'm just taking you everywhere with this. So Real One coming soon. Can't wait.
So on this journey of the 2020, the rooftop flows, Real One, you're going to take me to the moment where I could be like in my feelings, like crying over some dude, like, oh, I'm sad, to all of a sudden like, fuck yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like you're giving me both of that side. That's what I'm kind of gaining from it. You're going to give me like the soft stuff, but also like the hardcore stuff, right?
Absolutely. So Real One, just really quick, it stemmed from like two projects that I started. A project called Real and a project called One. Basically, Real was the EP, and then One was the album. One, I wanted it to be called One because I felt I was becoming one with myself. For me, it was like being back to square one with music. Like I wasn't making music for what people wanted to hear. It was more so the music that I wanted to hear for myself and that I wanted to make. So the number one just really like kind of stuck out. But then somewhere along the lines, the songs just kind of meshed, and I just brought the rap with the R&B, and it became Real One. And then obviously from that concept, along the way, I was able to find myself, like the real me, become one with myself. And sometimes, especially in entertainment, like people give a facade. That's why there's people like Cardi B, who I love, because she's gonna be the same girl from the Bronx, like regardless, like no matter how big she gets. And it's gonna come with its pros and cons, but for the most part, it's gonna be peaceful for her because she's staying true to herself. So Real One was really important for me to talk about stuff that's true to me. Like I would have never spoken about, my relationship in a song because, I would be so worried about what if this person hears it, or, I wouldn't feel, obliged to say certain things because it's like, he's not on yet. Like he's, that's a little cocky or, braggadocious, but you just have to be yourself. And it's just finding yourself, whether it be finding your power, finding your peace, finding love, just finding the real you. So yeah, you'll start the project off with, some vibes, like introduction, and then I take you to I turn it up, and then I'm gonna wind it down, and then I'm gonna take you on a love journey, and it's definitely a ride. Sure.
I love this journey that you're taking me on. That's so funny that you just mentioned that, because that's what I was thinking in my head. But I love this journey because as I'm a new listener to your work, I want to see what you've been working on for the last 3 years. So I'm actually really excited to see the evolution, like you talked about, of how much your sound has changed. And I love the diversity that you do have with the ability to rap, but also sing. I just think that that's incredible because not everybody can do that. Not everybody that, is a musician can do both. Either you just rap or you just sing. It's very rare that you actually have a good sound for both voices, because they are two very different voices that you have. So, yeah.
And it is a struggle to, as a creative, to, it's one thing if someone brought me, you know, an instrumental with an amazing hook, and all I had to do was sing the hook and write the verses according to the vibe of the hook. But to construct a song from literally just like writing lyrics, and then, you know, over time of doing it over and over, you kind of catch the melody, and then you're able to construct the hook, and then it's like, oh, this should be sung, and, you know, finding the sound to, like you said, make it all blend. That was a struggle. Literally, I have songs that I love that sonically didn't go with some of the other songs that just had to be on the project. So it's definitely a journey for sure. And along with finding my sound, again, like I found myself, and I'm still finding myself. It's definitely like it's just a long time coming at this point. So I'm just excited to literally let life be what life is, and just step into my glory with this project, because it's been like my last 3 years.
Well, and I'm proud of you, and I don't even know you like that, but I'm just so proud to see how much that
But that's real love, bro.
It is, because I can say, like, I'm proud of you musically, but I also have to speak of the fact that I'm proud of you personally, because you yourself moving, you know, changing careers, like, you know, whatever 9 to 5 it is, like getting used to a new area, getting used to being able to like live life independently away from family, like all of those things that you don't think are like huge, has made you who you are here in 2020, and will continue to change and evolve you. So like even just a simple move, like, yeah, Jersey's close enough to New York, but like moving away from your loved ones and that's even a huge step. Like, and people will downplay that, right? But that's incredible that you've been able to really like be aware of how much that you've changed in the last few years, and, you know, be proud of that, because I'm proud of you. So You're welcome. You're welcome. So talking about the diversity of like being able to sing, being able to rap, did you have certain influences in your life, whether it be musically or professional, personally or musically, that actually influenced you to create your sound or get into music? Like, how did you decide like, oh my God, this is what my natural craft is. Like, I have to go for this.
I mean, I definitely, when I was young, I probably didn't know it. Like, I didn't like know like this is my calling, but it was always my calling. And my parents, they weren't musicians, but like my dad literally like when it came to hip hop, but even just R&B and old school R&B, like he had all types of albums and cassettes, and he would buy me, like I always stayed with some type of stereo or boom box where like it had to be like the radio, cassette, and CD. So yeah. Like, because literally he had everything. The only thing we didn't have is he had vinyls, but not the vinyl players. So, I was always exposed to music and good music and feel good music. And then it became for me like an outlet. So I remember I used to sit and I would record like on the radio. Like I remember one in particular when Crazy in Love came out. Like I would record it and I would literally try to rewrite, the song, like remix it. And so that's how I would like literally just start writing. And then, I would do my research as well, like how to become a better songwriter. So, I started doing exercises and just writing my thoughts down and trying to turn them into melodies. Just literally like exposing myself to it and just doing it. I started surrounding myself with friends who, literally like were doing the same thing and, being in groups and things like that. As far as influences, I would definitely say like people like Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, Beyonce. Those are like among my greatest influences, just based off of them being great performers. Jay-Z is more so molded all around for me, like as a businessman, being a mogul, being like a rap icon and still being like an activist, like, and a social activist. Like, so he's like all around like an influence for me.
Talking about the visual aspect, okay? So I have a question for you, Mr. Rockington. Your fashion is like on point. So please tell me, yes, okay. I love the fact that you had mentioned before we even started recording, you're like, it is so hot in here because I'm wearing a tank top. The fact that you still threw on a hat, like, speaks volumes. I love that you're still willing to look cute even though you're like melting in your apartment, okay? So like, props to you.
Get you a fan, get you, something to dab. Here we go. Something to dab.
So the visuals for Real One, okay, so you have this project coming out, like, are you going to be on the cover of this rocking one of your amazing outfits? Because I am obsessed with your style. Like the furs, the colors, everything that you have that you've been posting on your Instagram. I'm like, this kid's fire. I love his style, everything. So like, what are we going to expect visually from you from this project?
So that, in a perfect world, I obviously like would love to just give everything fashion wise, with the, the visuals and everything with the project. However, like, part of the process has been trying to figure out, how to brand the project and what makes sense. So that's a big part of it that I'm definitely going to be collaborating, because I want, once the music is ready for people to hear, as far as like internally, like when I want to work with certain people as far as a stylist, I want people to hear it and literally be able to, if not see my vision, like come up with their own vision and literally collab in that way to bring everything to life. Like that's the one aspect that I'm not going to try to like fully take control over, because I want that aspect of it to kind of open up something else that maybe I wouldn't have. So I say that to say I want to definitely push the envelope with some of the looks. And I also want to strip down in a sense of, there's a lot of records that, one, for example, my intro, that record is very stripped down, and my idea for that is definitely going to be edgy, but strict, like it's going to be different. So I want people to see it. I don't want them to see and be like, oh yeah, I kind of, we know he can dress, like, we know we kind of expect, I want it to be unexpected. So that is the one aspect of it that I am taking my time with, which is why I haven't done like the photo shoots and things behind the project yet, because I'm still trying to really, pick certain people's brains and pick my own brain and really hone into what it is that I want to do, like how I want it to be. It's art, so I want it, even though it's music, I want it to be, I want people to see Real One through the visual. So it's the fashion is going to be really important. It might have to be stripped down in some instances. I might have to push the envelope in others. So I'm going to definitely be working with people to try to bring that to life.
Yeah, and everything that you're saying, I'm literally, because I'm also, as much as I'm obsessed with Jay-Z, I'm like even more obsessed with Lady Gaga. So yeah, and I've watched her documentary on Netflix, 5'2", like, I don't know, like a solid 8,000 times in the last 3 years, right? I'm obsessed. Like, I literally put it on so I could fall asleep to it. Like, that's the kind of time I'm on, right? But she works with stylists, and like the shock value that she has, like showing up in a meat dress and in an egg, and she's doing this, and she's got blood all over herself for a paparazzi thing, and there's so much that she does that's so explosive. But her stylists were literally sitting down with her in this documentary, and this is when she was coming out with her album Joanne, which is a very different sound from hers.
Very stripped down. And her stylists were like, no, what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna bring it back to like a real like human side. And like her uniform during that time when they were launching Joanne was literally a black t-shirt and jeans.
that's what they told her to wear. So that way almost became like her uniform in a sense of when she was out promoting this. So where she is into like the armadillo heels from Alexander McQueen that you're like, how does any human even walk in those?
Right.
To all these crazy things. And then she totally strips herself down. That sometimes is more of a shock value. So if people have been following you and listening to you for a while and see that you can dress, and then now you're stripping it so far back that people pay attention more to the music than to you, they're going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? And I think that in itself like creates the buzz. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Because I will say, I saw your Don't Rush TikTok challenge. Okay. And I'm like, all right, does Robbie have any friend in his circle that does not know how to dress? Because between the furs and the crocheted shirts and the colors, I'm like, he hangs out with such a fun group of people. I loved it.
I'm blessed. I mean, you have to, like, you can't be, there's people that will be that they would hang with people who aren't as, fashionable or aren't as personable or social or have the biggest personalities just to be that one in the group. And that's whack. I'd rather, when you're not competing with yourself, you're not competing with anyone. So you're able to surround yourself with strong-minded people, good-looking people, like whatever the case may be, and complement each other. Like my group of friends, we literally feed off of each other. We've been friends for years. Gabe, for example, he and I have been friends literally since elementary school.
Oh wow! I didn't know you guys went all the way back that far.
Yeah,
okay.
we have mutual circles, but literally when we got to high school and college, like we obviously got a lot closer, and it's been like ever since. So it's just you gotta surround yourself with the right crowd.
Well, I'm Team Cardi all the way, but I'm also Team Robbie Rockington. So, I'm like, yes, honey.
Yeah,
all right. Yes. So everybody that's watching this needs to go check out your project. So where can we find you on social media? So that way, after they watch this, they can go follow you, stalk you, support you, love everything that you're about, listen to you. So where would we be able to find you on social media? Because I do know that you mentioned you're on basically every streaming platform, but I know that you have a connection on your IG to get to those platforms.
Yeah, so right now, the main form to find me is Instagram, Robbie, ROBBIE _Rockington. Actually, no underscore, sorry, I just recently changed it. It's just Robbie Rockington straight through. You'll be able to find my link to all of my music. I have, again, 2020 and Rooftop Flows, A-side, B-side singles that I released earlier this year. Those are still out, still booming, so go check those out. 2020 is a vibe. Rooftop Flows is more personal, so you get both sides of it. I also have my EP that I released in 2016, Confessions of a Stoner. That's out, so people will be able to hear that leading up to the project and really see the growth, but also kind of see like at the end of the EP where I left off and picked up with the album. So definitely check me out. The single Caution is coming very, very soon. I'm just trying to get all of the little logistics together, but I will have that out very soon and the album soon to follow.
All right, so the countdown is on.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the season finale of the Antisocial Socialite. I will be back in just a few weeks with new episodes from season 2. But, what do we say? Goodbye, YouTube land. We're off and running. This is the end, and we're going to do a dramatic drive away. Peace out, everyone.